And some of y'all get off the thing here. Let's get it.
AB.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48. Built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Up in the booth with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and kickoff straight ahead, CD. What's one thing that you're going to have your eye on?
I think about what the great coaches of the past always said. The key to any ball game. Can you rush theirs and protect yours? Well, in this case, both of these teams get after the quarterbacks. I'm watching the pass rush.
To get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They'll start out on the ground with Emmett. They find some open field here. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Second and 10. They go back to the ground with Smith. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On play action. Now Breeze. Buying time to his left. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Smith trying to run for it. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Another try for Smith. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Breeze. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
Elam's kick is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. That was a long, sustained opening drive, but in the end, only able to get 3, the field goal out of it.
And absolutely, you'll take the points and the early leads. You never get those back. But there will be a little bit of disappointment that they didn't punch it in for 6 after that kind of yardage and that kind of drive that they had.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Luck on 1st down. This complete to Jones. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
To throw on 2nd down is Luck. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. But Nick Bosa so quick on the outside, he gets in there to bring him down. $3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Throwing on 3rd down. Luck. Crossing route, and he hits his man. It's Jones. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Smith up the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Now Luck. Pressure comes and down he goes. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. 3rd and 19. Bluff. And that will be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. Back deep, Julian Edelman. That's taken on the 25. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action. Breeze. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Breeze. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
But certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. To throw is Breeze. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Here's 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Breeze. Rolling to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on 3rd.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
Under pressure, they got him again. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Throwing is Locke. Going deep here for Adelman.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. Now he's loose at the 40, and he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And maybe time for this offense to really hit the reset button. They were shut out in the first half, but still, they're right in this game.
They certainly are. What I like about it is that you actually continue to play. You know, you just find a way to make a few plays yourself, and you noted it. Right there on the border in this game, they're not that far off. Just got to find a play or two, and they could be very happy at that point.
Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They snap it to Locke. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. A first down carry for Smith. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. A pretty typical Emmitt Smith carry right there, Charles. Sets him up nicely for second down.
You would think we would know better having watched him through his entire career. But let's be honest. You thought that was going to be about a 2-yard run, didn't you? I mean, I did. I know I did. And he always turns it into more. Typical, and he keeps his offense on track.
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Julian Edelman, 34 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone, but the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, it looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
And that is incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Boswell's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They fake the give. Here's Breeze. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to look deep for Edelman. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
Inside handoff, Smith. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning.
Here's 2nd and 7.
They'll run it again with Smith.
And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
To throw, it's Breeze.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Charger 1st down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish line. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Emmitt Smith punching it in from a yard away.
And the Chargers have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point by Elam, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3.
Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, Luck. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, you know they're going to look his way in the 2-minute drill, but that time he was blanketed, and they forced the incompletion. May need some teammates to step up in this spot.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Luck now to throw. This is Smith with a grab. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On 1st down, Luck. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Breeze.
To the right side, and he's got Edelman. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
And if it wasn't over before, it is now. Looking for that one final 1st down. They got it and then some. And if they play things right from here on out, that should just about assure them a victory.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Elam, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
GA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. For a Cowboy legend. How strange is this? It's Emmitt Smith. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Again, it's Smith. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now a play fake. Breeze being chased out left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Young looks to throw on 1st down. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. 1st and 10, Young. And incomplete on the deep ball.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. A give up the middle. It's Emmett. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line.
Here's Steve Young. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and this will remain a scoreless game. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the 5-time Pro Bowler Troy Vincent.
And the Cowboys are going to get the football back at their own 17. Now, he exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
2nd and 6.
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
Running left, it's Smith. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Young on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Now Young on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. They'll try the right side here with Smith. And fights through one man. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Emmitt Smith scampering home from 19 yards out.
And the Chargers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Extra point by Elam, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Young. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the 5. A big play here for Dallas. 42 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. A give to Smith out of the gun. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. Smith going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation. Now Young. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Emmitt Smith. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Cowboys are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run. So much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
And Young's going to throw for this.
And he'll get in. And they take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one-up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
The Charger drive about to get going. We've got a little more than a minute to go, and I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission.
Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker a chance to give you those 3 points. But in the meantime, if someone falls asleep on the defensive side, you might take advantage of that and get a big shot downfield, too.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Breeze. Forced out to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline.
And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35.
A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
On 1st down, Breeze steps away to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Reggie White, what a force, got back there for the sack.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Brandon, a good idea there on third down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
A third quarter now, at a one-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
Now Young. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. To throw, Young. It's caught on the right side at Smith.
And he will have a Cowboys first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
On 1st and 10, Young. Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give him the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now Breeze on 3rd down.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Second half, close game, and we're certainly seeing some exciting plays, but it's really been the defenses. That's now back-to-back drives that have ended with interceptions.
Yeah, the guys on the other side of the ball, as we like to say, the defenders, they've been the difference makers for their teams. And when they're taking their game up to this kind of a level, I want to see what happens with these offenses. Can they match them as this game goes on? Or will the defenders continue to have full control of this one?
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They run up the middle with Emmett. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. He's got Smith here. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the 1st down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going.
This game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Catch is made by Metcalf.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. 58 yards.
And the Chargers have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
They're going to try and run. And he is not going to get there. Boy, even with a Hall of Famer carrying the ball, the defense comes up big, and the try for 2 is thwarted. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Young now. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
It's desperation time. Young on 4th down. Going deep here for Adelman.
On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted.
Picked off by the Hall of Famer Ronnie Lott.
And the Chargers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. A 4th down. They felt compelled to go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he makes if we're in the 2nd quarter, but he had to take the chance there, and this one wound up being intercepted.
And that to the 30. It'll be 2nd down.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And that's caught inside the 30.
And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Bree's going to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Chargers will add to their 4th quarter lead.
Elam on here for the PAT. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Makes the score Chargers 20, Cowboys 8.
Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Nick Bosa in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Here comes 2nd down. Young.
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now Young.
Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
On 3rd down, here's Emmett.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Young to throw.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
And while it's probably going to take a miracle at this stage, if they come down with this one in the end zone,
they've still got a fighting chance. That one, however, winds up incomplete.
Inside a minute to go. Here's 2nd and 10 now.
From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And he'll bring this one inside the 35.
They'll come to the line. This is 3rd and 3. Here's Young.
He wants it all for the end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Rashad Jones.
And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball.
Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And as we look at this matchup, every time there's something different to focus on. So I'll just ask you.
You know me, you know.
Underway in Madden Ultimate Team.
This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good
Let's get
here
it,
right
Shaq.
at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start the drive with a carry by Emmett. And he's got room.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going. All right, Charles, quick Emmitt Smith story. You've heard of the Madden video game, right?
I have heard of the Madden video game, well, no doubt about it.
The legend goes that Coach Madden said players used to come up to him all the time and complain that their ratings were too low. The only person, though, that came up and said, hey, mine's too high, Emmitt Smith.
You're kidding.
How can you rate Emmitt Smith too high? That's the question.
Boy, talk about humble. That's taking modesty to a new level.
2nd down and 6 now.
They go back to the ground with Smith. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And down he'll go at the 25. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. It's a quarterback sneak. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Okay, I think we can safely agree. That's not a call you see very often on 1st and 10.
Ever.
Who
calls a
that?
1st down sneak?
I guess the best we've probably seen is a 1st down quarterback draw.
Right.
Yeah, but not a sneak. But they did gain yards.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Now a 1st down throw, Moon. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this 1st quarter. We're scoreless after 1. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Moon. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They run again with the fullback Burton. Paul Krause, the safety, in on the tackle.
A good solid gain there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
Second down and a run by Robinson.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
1:57 to go in this 1st half on EA Sports. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
On 3rd and short, the fullback Burton. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
The safety, Rashad Jones, brings him down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Robinson up the middle.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
They'll try and run it in with Burton. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Mike Burton
as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 7-0.
All right, let's take it back. Let's take it back.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Charger drive about to get going. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
Rolling to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Just the 1 touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. Running it with a fullback, Burton.
And he's going to be dumped there, but he does have a first down.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
That guy's going to want the football a whole lot more. I'd hate to be the offensive coordinator now because all he's going to say is, how come I'm not touching it more? Do you see me out there moving around, wiggling, and making it happen? Give me the ball, coach.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
On the give, here's Robinson. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. Another carry for Burton. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Charger drive about to get going. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL. And
that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, L.A. A great effort there. 76 yards. And the Chargers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Elam, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw, Moon. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Montez Sweat dropping him for the 2nd straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on 3rd down. Moon to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And now Edelman. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Emmett. And he is going to lose yardage here.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra...
Damn.
That's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell.
Wow.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's 1st down.
To throw is Breeze. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
A little more than 40 seconds to play. Now 2nd and 10.
Breeze to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
This offense can't get it done. They'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game, and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
Completes to Njoku.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw, Breeze. Out to his left.
That is incomplete.
I'll give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Now Breeze. Buying time to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down.
From midfield, here's Breeze. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Vikings are...
The game.